I've got my main guy, Wayne Breezie, over here. We got some news for him in a little bit, but it's film review day, so be sure to tune in. Stay tuned for the remainder of the program.
Let's go get him. Let's go get him today, man. Let's go. Hey, dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I've got my guy Wayne. Wayne, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm my spirits are up. My spirits are up. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfect.
So,
That's all we want to hear. Spirits up, positive energy now.
for
But
sure.
I can already see everybody coming in. Got to give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. Terror Dome, Hurricane 774, 916 49er, Niner Gang Podcast, James, Matthew, Ben, and everybody else that's here. Guys, before we start the program, break down the film, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen in a minute. Got to make sure everybody who's here go tune in to Wayne's new channel. Unfortunately, over the weekend, some idiot went and hacked Wayne's channel. So make sure you guys go tune in, subscribe to the new channel. Let's get that up and let's continue to rise, get those subscribers up because Wayne's he's coming close. He has over 400 already. Let's try and get him to 1,000. And at the same time, I'm trying to get to 1,000 as well. So let's try and build both these platforms up. We appreciate all the support as always. But how you ready to knock down this film, Wayne?
Well, before we get to the film, because I'm excited to watch it. It'll be my first time actually watching the film. I watched the game a few times, haven't seen the film yet, so this is gonna be cool. I just want to let everybody know we're
It's
doing.
gonna be disgusting, but like,
I know. I know, especially on both sides. I'm glad we're not even watching special teams, right? But no, we're doing some giveaways, right? And so you're giving away Christian McCaffrey jersey, all right? To those that do what you have going on, make sure you check that out. So you can go ahead and announce that. And also, if I get to 750 subscribers on today, if I get to 750 today, I'm going to be giving away my man Steve. He's going to be giving away something very cool. So make sure you guys subscribe today. Make sure you post a picture of it, whatever. And we're going to do a giveaway on tomorrow's Wayne Breezy show. If you're available, Rohan, you're more than welcome. Because the title of the tomorrow
I might have
show,
to pull up. Yeah,
tomorrow's show is called Debo Has Mind Control Over the Rams. You're going to want to be there for that one, dog.
that one's gonna be turned. That one's gonna be turned. I already know. But guys, for those of you that didn't hear it, one more time, I'm giving away a Christian McCaffrey jersey. I'm about to send the Twitter link to where you gotta follow the instructions in the chat. That's just sent out in the chat. Make sure you go check out that Twitter link. There are 3 things you got to do. Give me a comment down in that thread as well to show that you've entered the giveaway. It's a signed Christian McCaffrey jersey. Obviously, that was when Wayne hit that 5K last week on that stream. We're giving away that signed jersey. Make sure you subscribe to me, subscribe to Wayne, and we're going to get that down. And make sure you hit him to 750, man. That giveaway is going to be fun as well.
And then on top of that, Coach Cruz said if we get to 1,000, he's going to give away. So Steve is giving away a signed Brandon Ayuk jersey, and then on top of that, Coach Cruz said if we get to 1,000 today, then we'll give away a signed 11 by 14 or something like that. Debo Samuel signed autograph picture. So we're giving some away, and then by the bye week, if I'm up to 1,000 by the bye week, let's say we don't do it today, I'm giving away a signed Talanoa Hufanga mini helmet.
There we go. You heard it all here, man.
We're giving it away.
You heard it all here. But enough for the giveaways now. Be sure to check out the links in the chat. We're going to be getting down and dirty pretty much straight to the film. So it's going to be a fun, not so fun, but it's going to be important for you guys to understand what really went down in this game, right? The 49ers were in it. It was 16-14 at halftime. The 49ers are just down, it was 14-13. The 49ers are just down a point. Could have gone up, but a couple of missed opportunities, but we're going to get right into it right now. Remember how the 49ers always start? Always with those scripted plays, they normally come to fruition. They normally get to work. And so you're going to start off with this first drive. It's not Christian McCaffrey, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. in the backfield. And it's a nice cutback. You're going to get a couple of yards, about 7 yards out of this first play.
Mm-hmm.
Good play here from the 49ers. It's in a way the opposite of what they did before. You motion Wilson out to the into the backfield, then you're going to motion Kittle to the other side. You've seen the 49ers attempt to do outside zone and then cut back in. This was the opposite, right? It was somewhat of an inside zone, cut back to the outside, get 7 yards, a good amount of yardage on that first play.
Yeah, look, it's a good play, right? It's an executed play, but for me, it's not the Shanahan. It's not what's getting us to those victories, And I understand he's trying to run the ball and secure the ball, but I kind of think that we should get Jimmy Garoppolo in a rhythm early with a bunch of throws, and then go back to running the game, like running the ball. And when we did it like that, Rohan, we were successful. We were actually winning games. And so now that we're trying to run the ball, it's just a little bit different. And so you'll see what happens later on as this progresses.
I think that that's a fair argument. I just also think with the way that that your run game, at least with McCaffrey, I think the run game is going to see great dividends.
100%.
With McCaffrey there, I think that you do want to establish the run because you're probably going to have more impact with McCaffrey on the run than in the passing game initially. And so the run could open up the pass. That's obviously what Shanahan loves to do. But he implements the pass here, a nice hit to George Kittle, who's running a stick route from the tight end position, and you get a first down just like that.
Yep. And this is what you wanted. It's just like I agree with the normal theory of what you're saying, run the ball, establish the run, and then throw second. But if you get Jimmy Garoppolo in a rhythm earlier, like he tends to play better. And that's what I'm thinking. Like that's the trend that I've seen so far, especially this season. Jimmy Garoppolo plays better when he's throwing first.
Yeah, we're going to back this one up because this is the first kind of big execution move of the day. That's a ball fake there to Christian McCaffrey, and Garoppolo has Kittle open and just airs him. He just misses here. You're going to see on this replay, if it was unclear, how Garoppolo missed. It's a lot of receivers were open. This is a good play from Kyle Shanahan because you have Kittle lined up on a linebacker, or this might be a safety. You've got Ayuk on a crosser over the middle of the field, so read number 2 would have been open. But Kittle gets separation. He's open. Garoppolo just has to layer this throw, put it on the outside of Kittle, and instead of high, and that's a catch. Instead, it's too high, and now you have 2nd and 10.
There it is. Oh, look at the motion. All right, Kittle.
Here we go. This is McCaffrey's first carry, I believe, of the game.
Juice.
Another good play call here from Kyle Shanahan. That cutback and McCaffrey is just explosive, man.
Yeah, the halfback cutback runs are something that this offensive line likes to push for. They more struggle with the dives or the gut plays, right? And it's just like, you got to look at our running backs, man. Look at the way that they run. Look at his step. He did the same thing in the video game. Watch this cut.
Yeah. Just the ability to cut and just keep going downhill rather than having to come to a jerk and stop.
Yes, sir.
Talent. Christian McCaffrey is going to be special in this offense.
Yes, sir.
And that's one play where I've been very, very impressed with Kyle Shanahan this year in that he's had to add that extra wrinkle to the offense because the regular inside zone just doesn't work, like you were saying. So he's had to add that wrinkle to account for Jeff Wilson Jr.'s limitations, and it's created chunk plays. That's how the 49ers were able to operate with running the football earlier in the year because Jeff Wilson Jr. got those 40-yard plays, those 30-yard plays that really helped out. And so that was the difference really early on in running the football. Now you can be able to get those chunk plays consistently with a guy like McCaffrey.
Yeah. And I just didn't understand. I mean, we know what happens in the game, right? I just don't understand, like, why are you going away from this? Now, this is the scripted drive, guys. So it's the first and foremost, guys, this drive is scripted, right?
Yeah. You're going to see another good run here from Jeff Wilson Jr., probably the biggest run of the game so far. Obviously, you have the lead blockers. You Spencer Burford here has to hold his ground. You've got Juszczyk who's going to come along, and then you're able to get the guys out to the second level, and Jeff Wilson Jr. ends up going to the 20-yard line. So pretty darn good run again.
Very good run. Very good run.
Now here is where you're going to see some of those mistakes. Not on this play, but after this. The 49ers obviously got in the red zone. But if you guys remember, they only scored a field goal on this first drive. That was the issue with the 49ers, not turning those field goals into touchdowns. Correct. So a good call here from Kyle Shanahan on the screenplay. And before we continue, Wayne, I want to say this one point. I don't know if you'll agree with me or not. A lot of people are disappointed that Kyle Shanahan's calling screenplays, specifically in this game. I saw a couple of comments on Twitter.
Really?
To me, that couldn't be further from the truth. To me, a screenplay is just an advanced version of a run. And Steve Spagnuolo, this defense is one of the most aggressive defenses in the NFL. They love setting pressure after the quarterback. They love making the quarterback uncomfortable. And so how do you counter that? You need screenplays to counter that. And because you get players open in space against man-on-man coverage, if blocking works, it's a 7-8 yard gain. And if you're getting 7-8 yards on a run play, you're going to be ecstatic, right? In general, screenplays don't have to be these 20-yard gains every time. You get 7-8, you're setting up yourself good on second down.
Yeah, guys, screens negates that pass rush. For example, 3rd and 20 on defense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I know this is offensive breakdown, and we'll leave it there.
Yeah, this is Kyle Shanahan's first questionable play call of the day. You're going to see how this one goes out. It's a toss to Deebo Samuel. It goes absolutely nowhere. And I'll tell you why it's questionable on the second walkthrough. When you look at the play call, George Kittle stacked to this left side, but you're going to see the amount of Kansas City defenders stacked to the right, but the Kansas City defenders, look where they are. They shift. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies on this side with one on the second level. So Williams has the edge rusher. Banks has the guy in front of him. Brendel's got this guy. But the problem is 38 here is left untouched. And so he's just got a one-on-one alley. And maybe Kyle Shanahan trusts Deebo Samuel to make it a missed tackle. But in a way, that's too much to overcome. And that's why I'm not really that ecstatic about that play. Sets up from 2nd and 2 to now 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4. Here we go. The 49ers have a chance. It's man-on-man coverage. Like I said, that's what you're going to see. And unfortunately, Brandon Ayuk drops the football.
Yeah. And that's a drop. And Brandon Ayuk knows it's a drop. And, at the end of the game, he makes the statement. We're more talented. And this is what I'm talking about. You got the step on your guy. So what, the defender is draped all over you, like, catch the ball.
Make that catch. Yeah. And I mean, this is what I was talking about on Twitter earlier. I said the skill position players for the 49ers are overrated. And when I said that, I don't mean in terms of talent. I just mean in terms of they're dropping the football this year at a higher rate than normal. And it's not only Deebo Samuel. Many people just point to, Deebo has a high drop rate, but Brandon Ayuk and everybody are not. No. George Kittle has dropped the football. Brandon Ayuk has dropped the football. And these smaller execution woos, when they consistently pile up over the course of a game, you're making it harder on yourselves when you already have a quarterback that is bound to make a couple of mistakes per game. So you can't drop the football on 3rd and 4 when you're close to a touchdown and would have gotten a first down out of that. That's unfortunate.
Great point.
Second drive now, the 49ers were able to get a field goal on drive number 1. You're going to see, I believe this is Tyrion Davis-Price, first carry of the game, and I think he only got 2 carries. But yeah, Tyrion Davis-Price gets the carry here. He gets 6. He's able to hit the edge. And so I'd be excited when this becomes McCaffrey because of his speed. But good run here by Davis-Price to hit the edge and get out there. Good blocking too. And yeah, he's able to hit the edge. Good job running behind Trent Williams. You get 6 yards.
Awesome. Hi, it's SF Mission. Thank you for copping one of the hats from Residency, man. We appreciate you over here. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome. I'm trying to figure out what,
What are you trying to figure out?
Well, go back, play this concept again, because I'm just trying to see who's open.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I like
So you're going to see
this.
the play action
The
here.
play action there. Good play
And
action.
then
Good step.
Deebo Samuel with a great
Catch.
catch. Yeah. Again, remember, this defense is aggressive. Play action is going to force them to come closer down to the line of scrimmage, leaving one-on-one concepts outside. You're going to see the play action here. It's going to set up nice one-on-one. And yeah, the ball is high, but Deebo Samuel's able to make that catch. He's open enough. You fire it to him, allow him to stop, and it's a first down. You're already within the 10-yard line once again.
Yeah, man. The 49ers are driving. You can see them up 3, and this is the scoring drive. This is the touchdown drive. So let's see how it pans out. Let's see if there was of how they made it work.
Tyrion Davis-Price got another carry here. He gets a couple of yards on this play.
I'm telling you, bro, like the game, this is what made me frustrated with this game, because it was like the 49ers offense was doing what they needed to do against this Kansas City's defense, right? But then they stopped attacking the secondary. That's their weakness. They stopped.
It's just the execution issues once again that continue to plague the 49ers.
Now this
what the
this
title
shouldn't have
is.
been a touchdown. Like this play, not this play. Whenever I can't see it.
Yeah, this was the one to McLeod where this was the touchdown play where Garoppolo hit McLeod.
Yeah.
You're right. This should not have been a touchdown. When you look at it,
should not have been a touchdown.
Garoppolo first read is George Kittle. He does a good job of stepping up in the pocket. But
He does.
Kittle is neutralized here by number 35. Call it a hold if you may. Then he's looking over the middle to Ayuk, trying to figure something out. Scrambling. Should probably not have thrown that football. That
I would
very well could have been an interception.
Yeah, like it's like Ray bailed him out.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, what a bailout. Shout out to Ray. That's veteranship saying, I got to go help my quarterback out.
Yeah, and especially because he wasn't even looking at the ball when it was thrown. Able to navigate it, get that touchdown. 1st and 10. Hits Ayuk, but this ball is behind him. This is just a Jimmy miss. Ayuk has wide open space in front of him. You're going to see it here. There will be nobody here when Ayuk comes because of the McCaffrey route. Or not the McCaffrey route, sorry. I didn't see. But this is a good concept here by the 49ers when you go back. The Deebo Samuel route's going to clear out space for Brandon Ayuk. It's going to draw this linebacker. The McCaffrey route draws this linebacker a little back. And this is open space for Brandon Ayuk. That ball is just behind him.
Mulberry Group host, thank you so much, man. Yep, I still have access to the Cash App too, by the way.
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Chat be nice today.
See, Jimmy, why are we still throwing balls behind guys?
Balls behind open guys.
You didn't have to add that context in there, but yes, even worse. If it's wide open, just throw it to where they can catch it. This is a good run.
This is a good Deebo run.
I'll take that. Deebo had 2 runs for 4 yards. I'll take it, though. But again, Rohan, I think it's time to let these runs go. I think
the only place where you should see these runs is if McCaffrey's in the backfield as well. When you're running
because
zone
now
read
you're forcing the defense. You get what I'm saying? The defense has to pick their poison. And which one is the decoy? Let them freaking think. I think that was the main reason why they brought in Christian McCaffrey. Like Kyle needs these defenses to think a little bit more.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that when McCaffrey is implemented a little more, because I understand that zone reads obviously take timing and a little bit more building with the offense. So hopefully
100%.
when he's incorporated more, we see that a little more. But a good throw here from Garoppolo to Brandon Ayuk. Similar concept from before, that slant route over the middle. You're going to get a first down here and keep the offense moving. Now, this is an interesting concept, Wayne. I like this matchup here at the bottom. You've got number 6, Danny Gray. This is what I mean about Steve Spagnuolo he doesn't care about his cornerbacks like that. You have single high, 8 in the box, 1-on-1, 1-on-1.
Man coverage, bro.
Yeah, it's just straight up man coverage, and this guy's playing press against a fast receiver. Fortunately, here's where the penalty started on offense for the 49ers. It was a false start here.
Who was that on? McGlinchey.
Yeah,
That was
I
on
believe
McGlinchey.
so.
I think that's the one time I turned and looked at the television, and I was like, "Come on, Mike!" And then after that, he went downhill. His game went downhill.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, dude, the 49ers find ways to beat themselves, yo.
No, and I was talking with Johnny Dell yesterday. It's like bad play after bad play after bad play that results in these games slipping away.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's a problem because every player has to execute. And unfortunately, there's one player or maybe two players or how many ever that don't execute on one play. A play can go to perfection and one block can be missed and the 49ers can lose out on that drive. Everybody has to execute, and that hasn't been a recurring theme. Here's the first Christian McCaffrey screen, and you're just able to see what he's able to do with the football, man.
He has
He's
vision,
special.
bro. He
He's
has
special.
really, really good vision. Really good vision.
Yeah, he's special, man.
Juices in motion, and you know
Another run from McCaffrey. That is something that
started
you
with the
haven't
block
seen.
from Juice though, and we're gonna
You're
miss
right.
Juice.
You're right.
Damn.
But that patience from McCaffrey to allow that juice block to develop, that's really nice because that gets you an extra couple of yards. If he continues to run, I don't know if Juice is able to make that full block without his blocker disengaging. Juice pushes them out of the way. McCaffrey's patient, and that's how you get 10 yards on that play rather than 4 or 5.
You better talk your talk, dog.
This is an open play here,
dog.
and unfortunately, it's aired. I think Brandon Ayuk was a little frustrated right here, man.
You think so? Is that the one he picked his foot up? Is that the play?
So he's open right here, but Garoppolo, this rusher here forces Garoppolo to throw it here.
My god! Oh my gosh!
It's a little
So
high.
did you see Brandon Ayuk? Was Brandon Ayuk open up to the left of the top of the screen?
Yeah, I think normally you go high. You at least in the progression you go high low, but obviously this is that TE the play where they always set up for the tight end. It's a fine play. You get a couple of yards, but
Yeah, but you
was
could have had
open.
a first down and possibly a touchdown. Are you still on
Yep,
that same
that
play?
free rusher really killed that one. Yeah. No, now 2nd and 7, and this is
And then
just a
you throw
dud
it
by
to him, and
Garoppolo.
so it's like you run the same play, and then this time you do throw it to Brandon Ayuk, but he's not open. This is the
No, I mean
quarterback.
if you throw it on time, I mean if he throws a good ball here, Ayuk is able to turn
Nah,
up, and he's probably going to get 3 yards out of this.
I don't know. Well, you're right. If it's a good ball, just looking at the way the ball was thrown to his foot, and
Like this
then he's
is
facing like right there. Like you saw when Brandon Ayuk was facing him, the
yeah.
ball should have hit Brandon Ayuk right in the face hands.
Yeah,
Then he could
I
have did
think
what you
here
said.
I think this is George Karlaftis here. He's able to get a piece of it. That's why that ball
Okay.
that's why that ball goes like it is. But
Okay.
it's a screenplay. You've got to be able to throw it over the defender. That cannot be batted at the line of scrimmage. And now you're setting up 3rd and 7 for what could be another field goal opportunity, which you don't want. And this is one of the worst plays that Jimmy Garoppolo has in this game.
Taking sacks.
You are in field goal range. You cannot get yourself sacked out of field goal range.
How are
That's
you getting sacked
inexcusable.
and shotgun, and you're taking extra space anyway?
Yeah. It's inexcusable. I mean, Chris Jones does a good job here on McGlinchey as he did all game, but it's unfortunate. Just backs him up. And this is just because this was the play, I believe, Wayne, where they set up for a field goal and then Jalen Moore had that false start. And
Yes,
so the
when they did
49ers
that
did
like
not.
alignment, they did
And
that weird shit
that's
on
what
the
I'm
defense.
talking about the bad after bad after bad, because that bad play led to another bad play, which was all started because that free rusher came by and not allowing Garoppolo to hit Brandon Ayuk on that crosser.
Well, then the question is, when does the bad play stop? So when do you negate that? And that's what the 49ers have to figure out. They got to figure out how to get right by negating that. All right, we got a penalty, no problem. Shake it off. Let's do something positive. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the coaching comes in and tries to dial up the best positive play, after getting a penalty. It's just unfortunate the 49ers start on first down. They get a first down. Then it's a hold. Now it's 1st and 20. Opposed to 1st and 10 after gaining the yards. I get it.
Mark says, "Why does he walk like that?" Oh, I was supposed to block you.
I don't know.
Mike McGlinchey is funny, man. Mike McGlinchey is funny.
Mike McGlinchey wasn't having a good game, and
yeah. But second down, good job by Kyle Shanahan again. You get that tight end on linebacker matchup. That's just always a positive for obviously Jimmy Garoppolo. That motion shifts this safety out here, which means that this is going to be open space for George Kittle, and that's exactly what happens. Good play here from Kyle Shanahan. You're able to get yourself out of a hole.
Did everybody see the difference in that ball placement? Like he put it right into where he was running into his hands. That's what Jimmy has to get more accurate with. Even on that Brandon Ayuk drop earlier, I felt like Brandon Ayuk should have caught that. But if the ball was,
you're right. It could have been better placement, but overall, if a receiver has that on his hands, like
they got to catch it. I don't care if the person is draped on your back. Then they need to sell the flag. I think every 49er player needs to go to acting school. How to draw flags 101. This is crazy.
This the bad play here?
This is crazy.
All right. So he takes the deep shot here. Let's run this back just a quick second. So you've got the motion again. So you're going to fake that it's a run here. But going deep for Gray. I don't really route from Gray. I think he's too. You gotta push a little more. Otherwise, it's going to be a contested ball.
Yet, man. I'm not. As a decoy, okay, but trying to get the ball to him, it's just not his time yet. And I think it's just because of the Jimmy Garoppolo offense.
Yeah,
I would like to see Gray do check down, like screens or something. Get him the ball. Let's see what he can do with the ball in space, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it is like if it's 1-on-1, that's fine. But Danny Gray, the safety help was there. But a good recovery from Garoppolo. It's 2nd and 15. You're going to be able to hit George Kittle over the middle and progress. This is the second read on the play too. Good job and a clean pocket there as well. So a good job by the offensive line being able to set up that play. We didn't see that a lot, right? We didn't see when there were a lot of elongated plays that the pocket was able to be obviously sufficient.
Good point, Rohan. Good point.
You see, this is a look where Debo in the backfield, no, for that fake, but it's a nice play regardless. Brandon Ayuk able to get open one-on-one coverage. You're going to burn that one-on-one coverage every time. That's every first time. And the reason this sets up, you're going to see, this is the reason it sets up. This is why that Shanahan offense is so good. That motion to Deebo Samuel erases that second safety. Then it becomes single high, and Juan Thornhill here can't collapse on it as quick as possible. He's in coverage. He's responsible for the entirety of the field. Justin Reed is erased by Deebo Samuel running that motion. Far, I don't know about you, Wayne, but I have had an issue with pretty much only one play call thus far.
It was that play call on the very first drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, Samuel, the pitch. That was the one play call so far that I've had an issue with because I don't like that one.
This is a good exercise. You know what, Rohan? We just figured something out. I know what we're going to do every week.
Okay.
We're going to go through the plays and then decide if these were bad or good play calls. We'll focus on the bad play calls.
Right.
Let's do that. I Terradome, you know I detest the toss. Like I get it out of here. It doesn't work.
That's
You know
funny.
why? We don't have Mostert's speed. It was different when
You're
it was
right.
Mostert.
No, you need an outside. You need a guy to be able to hit the outside zone, and that's why Jeff Wilson Jr. can't run the toss. The only guy probably right now that can run it is McCaffrey, and so we'll see
I
if
don't
that
even want him
continues to
running
get
it.
implemented.
He's what, a
But
4.48? Elijah Mitchell, I
yeah,
think, was like a 4.4 something. So Mitchell ran it too, but I didn't like when he did it. I like
Breezie here says
McCaffrey's
Danny Gray.
cuts.
Yeah, he says Danny Gray doesn't sell his route. The defender knows where he's going every time, and this is why I don't necessarily. When a lot of people say why isn't Danny Gray in,
This
that
is
is one
exactly
of the
why.
reasons why I say why Danny Gray is in. I got to watch him during training camp, and he's raw. He could
Good
be a good
point.
talent in a couple of years, but in my opinion, he's raw. That's why I'm not mad when Danny Gray isn't on the field. But I think that anytime Danny Gray's running one of those routes that where he is a primary read, that should go to Brandon Ayuk. That's the way
Good
that
point.
I see it because Brandon Ayuk is able to actually get separation, able to sell that, able to have good releases, and you're going to be able to get him open on those plays.
Good point.
But moving forward here, a nice run here to Christian McCaffrey, who was able to squeeze his way through, get about 5 yards on the play. Another nice run here from McCaffrey. He had 8 carries, I believe, for 48 yards or so on in his debut.
I thought Christian McCaffrey should have got more carries. Call me crazy, but it just didn't seem like Kyle Shanahan was trying to necessarily win this game. I like, and sometimes it'd be like that. I just felt like Kyle wasn't doing what he. I mean, look, I didn't think up until the second half. I thought this game could have easily been ours. You get into that
Yeah,
second half, next thing you know, like they just blew the top off the spaceship. Yeah, they just did. We made crazy penalties, crazy errors, turnovers, and we still put up points. But clearly we couldn't stop, anything on
yeah,
defense.
no, you're right. You're right. And I mean, I think that that's also why Christian McCaffrey didn't get carries because he wasn't seen in the 2 minute. That's what they
Good
probably ran when
point.
they were down 2 scores in the second half. Hopefully he gets a good amount more, obviously, this week. This is a play that I'm going to pin this one on Jimmy Garoppolo, in my opinion.
Okay.
So Garoppolo understands that there's a free rusher coming. This isn't his blind side. This is the side that he can see. George Kittle's coming out of his break. This area here is wide open, and he's the number one read. You see Garoppolo even
Ooh.
looking like he's going to throw this football. If he puts it here behind this defender in front of Kittle, this is a catch and a first down in the red zone. But Garoppolo pumps and takes the sack because he doesn't want to take that hit. You've got
Good
to be able
point.
to release that bar, and you've got to be able to take that hit. That was the issue, especially with the way Steve Spagnuolo calls his defenses. You're going to get hit. He essentially bailed and he didn't take the hit. That's that ball has to be thrown because it's a good route, a good concept, and you're getting your guy open.
It's funny because I feel like this might have been the most aggressive play caller we've played so far.
100%. Oh yeah, 100%.
Steve is just that guy. I mean, we all know about him. And it's just
We've played
unfortunate.
him
Like
three
we
times.
didn't
Yeah.
match their aggression, bro. That's what it was. The offense couldn't match their aggression.
No, I mean that type of play is inexcusable, and this is where you're going to start seeing the bad after bad after bad, right? Because what happens after Garoppolo takes this sack on this play? Um, Here you'll see it. I believe I remember this drive.
We did get punked, bro. We got punked. We got suckered. We got bullied. How about that? We got
Yeah,
bullied.
yeah. And this is another incompletion here. And this here right here was on sorry, this is where the Jalen Moore penalty happened on this drive. So that right there was 3rd and 14. Just for context, that Garoppolo miss right there, that was on 2nd and 15 at the Kansas City 33-yard line. If Garoppolo is able to complete that pass, or sorry, at the 29, if Garoppolo is able to complete that pass, you're in the red zone. Instead, you're now at Kansas City's like 35-yard line, which is already a 52-yard field goal for Robbie Gould, and then you're not able to complete that pass, that false start happened, and you punt. This is a series of bad plays after bad plays after bad plays, causing the 49ers to lose out on yet another scoring opportunity. You have the miss by the choice not to throw by Garoppolo. Then you have the obviously him taking the sack. Then you have the false start by Jalen Moore, forcing the 49ers to punt.
Jeez.
And now, after the muff, here is probably the worst offensive drive of the day.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, this was tough. I mean, you had one quarter of 49er football. You watched the defense start to wither away. It was so close at the half. Now, and it's the second half, and we're just like, oh my gosh. See, I didn't agree with these play calls by Kyle Shanahan, like these runs up the gut. You knew the teeth.
I'm okay with them for the sole reason that they do kill time off the clock when you are in a position of game control.
I didn't think that okay. I didn't think we were in much of position, but okay. I mean,
because it's 14-13 now, right? And
okay. I thought this was
under
the second half. I'm sorry. I thought we were already into the second half. All right, so Debo's down there. Is this where we're about to? No. Oh, this is the interception. So here we go.
Yeah, this is the bad Garoppolo, obviously.
Yeah,
on third down.
The interception. And I get what you're saying. At that moment, I am okay with that. But look at this throw.
This is just a horrific throw. This is inexcusable. I don't understand it. He said he was trying to hit George Kittle. Throw some damn force on the ball if you're trying to hit George Kittle. That's inexcusable.
Yeah,
Jeff but the Wilson reason that this is inexcusable.
Open. Watch 22.
So, guys that don't know, this play call, the running back is called the hot read. Yep. He's running a choice route, but he is the hot read. When he is open, you throw him the football. Garoppolo understands this. Let's not act like Garoppolo, this is a brand new play call. They ran this in 2019 against Arizona. They've run this several times this season. Yeah. Yes. Jeff Wilson Jr. got exactly this play on the left side for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Garoppolo here is looking specifically at George Kittle, and when the pressure comes, he doesn't step up and make that throw real quick. Instead, he backpedals and flails, throwing it off his back foot. Hit Jeff Wilson Jr. on this play.
Go to this throw if you're a quarterback and you know it's a zero blitz. You automatically go to your hot. It's automatic though, Rohan. It's not something
the issue is
about. Yeah, I don't care if Jeff Wilson Jr. drops it. You automatically go to your hot route and the zero blitz. Look at the defense. He knows it's a zero blitz.
And the part, guess what? Garoppolo is looking this way. He understands this cornerback is blitzing. As soon as you know this cornerback is blitzing, it's cover zero blitz. As soon as you see this, you've got to hit Jeff Wilson Jr. immediately. And this, maybe he doesn't throw it again. Maybe he just takes the sack. And even if he takes the sack, that's fine because the clock is running. You get another opportunity. Instead, this is an interception at the most inopportune time possible. The 49ers miss out on a touchdown.
We were on the 5-yard line. That's a touchdown. You've got to get that ball in the end zone. Jeez. So, guys, you have to understand.
It's really,
and you have to. I want you to understand what we're saying as far as that coverage. And so, like Jimmy, you expect him to know.
We'll pull it back.
He's counting. He's looking at the. He sees the cornerback. Look at this.
You're going to see number 22 right here. He's going to edge.
Bro.
And Jimmy Garoppolo is going to eye number 22 in the face as number 22 is rushing. When this guy rushes, you know that it's a cover zero blitz because he's the one safety that's coming off. He could have covered Kittle. This means that one receiver's open. Why? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive linemen versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're only you've got a mismatch. You've got opportunities on the field. This is a Steve Spagnuolo classic on top of that, because he loves calling these cover zero blitzes to try and get as much pressure on the quarterback as possible. Last week against Josh Allen, it didn't work because Josh Allen's able to just fire that football. Against Jimmy Garoppolo, he flinched and he threw a pick. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It's not
Now we're at the second
It's
half
not
here.
even about his release. It's the fact that he didn't even recognize the play. That's why we're heated. He didn't even recognize it.
Yeah, no, it's a poor decision from Garoppolo, and really something that shouldn't happen. Now the 49ers come back out of the second half. Chiefs got the ball first. They scored a touchdown. It's 21-13 at this point here. And McCaffrey is going to get swallowed up here behind the line for a loss. Second and long, not something you want really coming out of the half. Chiefs obviously stack the box. They have 8 in the box here. Try to run it. But here.
So we're not going to question the play call here then?
I think you can, but I honestly think if Juszczyk makes this block, this is a run. Because you're going to see this hole on this side. I personally think if Juszczyk is able to make this block, McCaffrey has a free lane, and that's 7 yards. But here, everybody else executes on this play. I'll show the front angle. It might be a little bit of a better angle.
I think trying to run with 8 in the box, man, I think that's a bit dangerous, right? And
I don't think so. Because if you say that,
but I say that on this team only because everybody has to execute like perfectly. And so there's other things
that's the point of an NFL. I think you should be able to execute.
If there are 8 in the box, if we have problems executing, bro, that's why we get stopped in the fucking backfield every fucking time we try to fucking run the ball. That's my point.
Well, then what?
So then you negate it with the screenplay. You do something different, like easily. You could have did a tight end screen on that same formation.
No, you're right, Wayne. You're right. But then there are people that are clamoring that you're going away from the run, and that's the reason you lose football
Who gives a fuck what the people clamor about, bro? I'm sorry, this is your channel, not mine. Who cares?
That's cool. Look, here's what I say.
By any means necessary. Fuck us and do what works. Like at the end of the day, Kyle, because a 2nd and 10 is not easy to succeed on 2nd and 10.
You're 100% right. But here's what I say. You have an all-pro fullback. You have to make this block and have
Agreed.
Jake freaking Brendel is making a good block.
Agreed.
Then this lane should be open, and this is at least going to get you here. That's at least 5 yards on this play. But instead, since that block isn't made, you've got this whole lane here that's erased because that block isn't made. That stops McCaffrey, and then the backside guys are going to come.
Agreed. But my issue is we're down by 8 points. And you need to okay, can you push pause? Because I don't want you to. We're down by 8. And you're getting ready to go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. Right? So that means you gotta score on this drive. If you don't score on this drive, game's over. Which the game was over. Like literally, we didn't score on this drive.
No, you're right.
So do something that's gonna catch them off guard, opposed to they're putting 8 in the box. They're trying to take away the run. You're like this is the Kyle Shanahan that I'm like, dude, I know it can work. We know it can work. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. But if they don't and it doesn't work, you can be stopped for a loss. You can fumble the ball, or it's 2nd and long. You're right. And so, Kyle,
here's what I'll say though, Wayne. To that, 8 in the box means you're still going to face pressure if it's a pass play, if it's a play action. This offensive line is better at run blocking than pass protection.
I didn't ask for a play action.
If you're dropping back, it's still going to be. I mean, regardless, with that running back,
the ball out of your hand in 0.2 seconds, it's a screen. Set up a guy who's going to be open. They're rushing. Throw the ball to the guy. Let your playmakers make plays. That is not Kyle Shanahan. I'm sorry, that's not his style. That is Jimmy Garoppolo's football. That is Jimmy Garoppolo's football. 1-on-1. I'm just going to get the ball in my hand to my playmaker because I'm not a good quarterback, but can be a good quarterback because they can make a 1-yard catch into a 10-yard gain. That's it. That's it. I don't care if you call screens 100% of the game. If that's what's working, then don't try to fix it. And I want us to run. I just didn't understand that run right up the gut. Do another creative run. You know what I'm saying? Do something to the opposite side. Do something different is what I'm saying. But you're right. Execution. Juice check. Got to make the block. Hands down. We scrutinize everybody. He's going to get it too. Good. We dropped it.
He dropped it. And so here's another. This is, again, the theory of bad play after bad play after bad play. Kal Juszczyk misses a block that erases 5 yards. You've got second. This is the concept the 49ers ran on the opposite side of the field in the first half to Ayuk, and it worked.
Okay.
Now, Jimmy Garoppolo's got a wide open pass, and he throws it behind Deebo Samuel. Hits the hands. You got to catch that football still.
I know, but he does. He's got to catch it.
You got to put it in front, and you got to catch that football regardless.
That's the rule, bro. You touched it, you catch it.
It's right there. It's right there. I even understand why Garoppolo put it here. If he puts it in front,
it could be
Samuel might get laid out. Might get laid out. It might be a pick, and Deebo drops that football. Another issue on execution here. You got 3rd and 10.
It's definitely, I put it like this. It's way more execution errors than it was coaching errors. I'll put it like that.
I think so too. But
this is a 49ers
able to convert here on 3rd down. Juice makes up for his error.
That's where he got hurt. That's where he got hurt. He broke his finger.
Yeah, this is where he broke his finger, right? Because he was trying to stiff arm and then got caught, I believe, in somebody's helmet. Yeah.
Wasn't it like 3rd and 7 or something, and he ended up getting the first down?
Yeah, it was 3rd and 10. He got the first down. Got like 20 yards on that play.
Speaking of Juice will be out for the next game, guys, just in case you didn't know. So guess who won't be blocking for Christian McCaffrey? This boy can cut. Jeff Wilson.
That's a nice play here.
That was a really great cut.
It's one of those cutbacks. Another nice play, man.
You can't tell me that wasn't a great cut. A great cut, yo. This is his bread and butter, though. This and the routes that you just talked about earlier.
Yeah.
That choice route or Texas route. That is Jeff Wilson Jr.'s bread and butter. That even looked like a Texas route run. Like if you like the angle, I call him an angle route. It's whatever. Yeah. That was a great run by Jeff Wilson Jr. Great blocking, too, by the offensive line. They tried it again.
Now, you try it again. You're going to get about, I think it was 1 yard on this play. This was an interesting thing. This is, I believe, a tight end. And then you have Jeff Wilson Jr. here.
Can we tell who that is? Is that Dwelly? I can't.
It's Dwelly, I believe. Dwelly. Yeah, they used Dwelly as a fullback in the offseason, but this is one of their misdirection plays, trying to get it up the middle, get about a yard on that play.
So Dwelly or TDP at fullback this week?
I don't know. I think we could see either, right? TDP, obviously. I prefer TDP because you at least have him as a rushing threat.
You better, bro, listen, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like I prefer TDP or even CMC. CMC and Jeff Wilson or CMC and Deebo.
Just keep the running backs
creative.
Yes,
creative.
That's where I have to question our coach. What happened to the creativity?
I mean, I'm gonna give him the pass here because it was CMC's first week. You probably don't implement it.
No, not just with CMC. Just period in general. Where's my reverses? Where are my jet sweeps? Where's my creativity? Like that's all I'm saying. And I agree with you. I wouldn't have overworked CMC. You worked him back in. I tell you right now, though, that man CMC as having a full week of practice. I know Sean McVay is probably like shaking in his boots, dog.
He is. I wrote an article today. Sean McVay, his reaction was, "Oh shit." That was his reaction.
I didn't get a chance to read it. I'll read it after we finish. Well, I'm gonna do some Madden today, so I'm gonna read it after we finish.
Yeah, but here's another nice cut from Jeff Wilson Jr. here. It's a good run. This is a good front to run on. Why? The 49ers are doing a lot of motion. That's going to put number 29 here and number 23. They're two cornerbacks just in a loop. And so you have a 5-man front, but you don't have anybody here over the middle of the field. And now with Deebo Samuel out, they essentially get the middle of the field for that running hole. This is going to get 10 yards. Good play by Kyle Shanahan. Good cut here by Jeff Wilson Jr. for the first down here.
Oh, man.
Ben, Another Ayuk play here. Ayuk is doing really good on these whip routes. Like his route running is really nice.
It's gotten better.
He just executes the whip route very well, especially when you give him space. He's out of the slot here. Just a nice route. I think this one was a stick, but a nice route. You get a couple of quick yards. Like that constitutes 4-yard play. It's just like a run. Ooh, this one just got blown up. That's Nick Bolton, I believe.
Was that CMC?
No, this was Jeff again.
Okay.
Or no, this might yeah, this was Jeff. Banks just can't get out there against the linebacker, and the linebacker comes through.
He missed. I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. Banks missed.
Again, this is that one miss execution, right? You've got McGlinchey holding here. You've got Brunskill. This is, I believe, Jake Brendel got the first linebacker. Then Banks is trying to get through here, while Kittle's gonna go to the edge. But yeah, that one's just blown up.
I love it. Kylie, you told me. You told me.
He's wide receiver 1.
I hear you. Debo's still number 1 though.
Okay, there we go. We got a Debo Jeff Wilson Jr. backfield. And this one is okay. So this one I've got a couple of thoughts. You're gonna see this was a Kittle drop, and this one was a twofold. So Kittle's gonna drop that pass. That was 3rd and 7. That drop made it 4th and 7. There was a penalty on that play, which would have made it 3rd and 12. But you lose an opportunity again. That's just a missed execution play. Turns another field goal, or turns another potential touchdown drive into a field goal. And now you're down 21-16. And so what do the Chiefs do? Score another touchdown. You're now down 2 scores here, 28-16.
That's when they just blew the cakes off of everything, man. It was just a wrap.
And this is where you struggle, right, to incorporate the run game on in a bigger kind of range.
Yes, sir.
But yeah. This was a nice route, though, and a nice play by Garoppolo to step up, which is unfortunate because he didn't do it on the safety, but stepped up in the pocket here. Didn't know that was possible, but a nice play. No, I'm kidding. Nice play here from Garoppolo. It's going to be a nice play by Brandon Ayuk. But you know what happens, Wayne, when we have nice plays?
What happens? We have a bad play. So whenever we take a step forward, we take 2 steps back, correct?
Exactly. So that should have been a 20-yard gain. 10-yard loss because who held? Mike McGlinchey.
Damn.
So just like last week when Jake Brendel held on that nice that play to Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk need to take these linemen out to dinner and be like, what the
You got beef with me? You got beef with me?
Right. Take them out to a steak dinner, put some big ass tomahawk steaks in front of them and says, now who got beef? Because if y'all want to eat this steak, y'all gonna have to stop holding every time I gotta catch the damn ball.
Good play here from Ayuk. Gets enough separation, but a little behind. Ayuk's able to catch it. He's just so good after the catch.
They make
good route runner, good after
catches,
the catch.
Bro. They make tough catches.
Hands haven't been as consistent this year, but he's been able to just be consistent elsewhere, everywhere. So that's a good sign.
Man.
And this one was a nice play. Kittle was held on that play, so holding penalty here. You'll see it on the replay. This is L'Jarius Sneed. You get a on that wheel route in a way that Kittle runs. It's a fine ball by Garoppolo, but a little underthrown. But that's exactly what causes the PI anyway. So good play there from Jimmy G. From George. First down.
I hate to agree with Slick, but I agree, man. I swear to God, Slick, I was gonna say, man, I would want to know what Trey Lance and Ayuk were up to. Like this season would have been electrifying for them too.
Oh yeah,
once they got into the rhythm,
it would have been nice, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though. And Danny Gray, I think would be utilized a little bit differently.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think he probably would be a little more cool. So Wayne, remember what I said 2 plays ago when Mike McGlinchey, you have a good play, you have another bad play. So Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to have this huge nice block by Kyle, but Trent Williams hold there, and Deebo Samuel has a hold there too. So
2 holds on the same play. And they negated the Trent one and called the Deebo one, by the way.
Yeah. This
Sad.
one, a little nice play to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's just
Now,
able to get like
I didn't
7
see
out of 10.
McCaffrey step out of bounds, but the ref said he stepped out of bounds.
He did, huh? I did not think he stepped out. Let's see.
That's what they called. They said they keep
Where?
going, right? Well, before that cut, they said that he stepped out of bounds. That's why they didn't give him all the yards.
That's called stepping out of bounds to you, Wayne?
No, but that's what they called. They called it. They said they marked the ball there. Look at. Do you see how many yards? We didn't challenge it. Maybe I was watching a different game. I could have swore that's what I heard and saw.
Yeah, that's an interesting call for sure.
Need more screens.
Another quick hitter to Juwan Jennings. Obviously, you get moving. This is a good way, right?
I'm no longer going to be mad at Juwan Jennings, because we lived with Kendrick Bourne for 3 years. So if we were able to get through the Kendrick Bourne era, we can suffice Juwan Jennings because he makes some really tough third down catches. I knew they said it, Niner Rich. I knew it, VZ. I knew I wasn't going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I swear to goodness, Rohan, they said that he was out of bounds. And I'm like, how?
That's weird. Very weird because, we just shot and we're just 2 random people. Are you kidding me? They got cameras out there and they really can't see that? All right. Another nice screenplay here to Kittle, or play action boot to Kittle.
Thank you.
They're able to get a first down. They're able to just move the ball. This was a nice drive from Kyle Shanahan. This is going to end up being a touchdown drive, but overall, this is a good drive. Just getting your players out and getting your players kind of, getting the ball in their hands. Another play to Ayuk, right? It did take a while, right? This was, I believe, an 8-play drive, 8-play 75-yard drive, but you're going to take it every time with the way that the 49ers operate. Another nice route here from Brandon Ayuk. And now you're going to get up to the 14-yard line?
Yeah, but
and
this is
where we're going to see.
Yeah. But this is what I'm talking about, man. It's like the 49ers. Here's the booty boot.
This one was a near pick. This one was very close to a pick.
Dude looked like he dropped it.
Yeah, it did. He just went straight through his hands. Yeah, it went right through L'Jarius Sneed's hands. And so luckily that's not a pick, but that could have been an interception and really killed the 49ers straight there.
Yeah. So far, I think we watched this whole game, Rohan, and I think we might have 1 and 2 possibles of bad play calling.
Yeah, no, it's not bad play calling. It's just poor execution and really bad plays that stack up on each other that cause issues really offensively. This was a good play and another Jeff Wilson Jr. drop, which is unfortunate.
Well, luckily Wilson ain't caught the ball on the next play.
Yeah, that's true. This is going to be the nice touchdown here. A big boy catch from George Kittle. That was a really good play, but when you look, someone said rewind it real quick. Look at but yeah, just a regular Jeff Wilson Jr. drop. But here,
he said,
boy
look
catch
the right tackle on that last play.
Okay, we'll see the right tackle right here.
So him and Brunskill are probably in the same area. He looked fine.
Yeah, that was fine. And so far, Breezy, like the protection hasn't seemed as bad as people thought. You know what I mean?
It's not this. It's because Jimmy Garoppolo got sacked 3. This is bad. This is bad. This
is where it is bad. But this one, like Trent gets flat out beat on not on this play, but on third down. But yeah, this is bad. Okay. This is me and Johnny were talking about this yesterday. Going on the sequence. So how did this drive start? Ray McCloud took this ball 5 yards out of the end zone. He actually 4 yards out of the end zone. He took it from the negative 4 yard line of San Francisco. Then on that play, when he shouldn't have taken it out, there's a holding penalty. That forces the 49ers to start at their 5 yard line instead of their 25 yard line. Then on top of that, you're going to see in 2 plays what happens as a result of that. The safety. It's just bad play after bad play.
It just sucks. It's just like, damn. Here, in my opinion, there you could have set up like something like a screen. You did it to George Kittle last week when we were in Atlanta, and George was able to get you 10 to 12 yards. I would have did anything to get out of this position.
Yeah. And you're going to see on the next play. I mean, Trent Williams is to blame, but I don't. Oh, this one was actually really funny. Watch Brendel. He gets pushed. Like the running lane for McCaffrey is this lane right here. Okay. But when you look at how this play gets burnt or killed because Jake Brendel is just getting murdered here by number 99. So McCaffrey is either going to try and run through here or run through this lane between Brendel and McGlinchey.
Look how quick that hole closes too.
Yeah, because you're going to see 9 just shove Jake Brendel back. That forces McCaffrey to stay in the middle, and that's just going to be a loss or a gain of 0.
Good point.
You got 2nd and 5 now.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
A lovely sack here from Jimmy. I don't understand this one. So yeah, protection hasn't been great.
The safety next, man.
Yeah, but like I don't understand this. Why are you running up in the pocket? Can somebody?
Because
you have so much space. You have so much space, and Jimmy thinks, "Wow, because there's a hole here, and because I have amazing limiting athleticism, I'm going to start running." George Kittle comes open here. If he progresses through his read, remember, he went through 1 read on this play. That's Deebo Samuel. So naturally, when this number 32 here is tied on to Deebo Samuel, in Kyle Shanahan's system, there are 2 in-breaking routes always on either side. Why neutralize this single defender here? When the single defender goes here, George Kittle here is going to be freed up over the middle. And look exactly what happens. Freed up over the middle.
Wide open.
But Jimmy starts to run for no reason, and he gets sacked. Another bad play after bad play. Brendel got killed on play number 1. Jimmy takes the sack here on 2nd down, which means it's 3rd and 7 at your 3-yard line. Or whatever yard line. I don't understand it. Like, the play is there. You've got to be able to make the play. And now this is even more atrocious.
This is when
everybody to relive
is going to get beat.
Trent Williams gets beat. Jimmy gets sacked. And this is on Trent Williams, but here's what I'll say. This play is going to take a while to develop. Why doesn't he not step up in the pocket? Can somebody tell me that? So, for offensive lineman, when you get beat, to win the rep afterwards is pushing the guy behind you so that your quarterback can step up in the pocket and make one of these 3 throws. Garoppolo starts bailing before the defender gets there, and then that's where Trent Williams is trying to push Frank Clark away from the play so that he can step up. Garoppolo is just going to run right into Frank Clark's going to go right into Garoppolo, and that's a safe. Step up. This is on Trent Williams for getting beat this quick, but step up, and if you step up, receiver that he's looking at right here is open.
He's is wide open with a missing finger.
They're open. Deebo Samuel settles, and this is a safety. This wasn't a boot. This was not a bootleg. This was not a prepared bootleg. You've got to step up in the pocket here. Why are you running? Step up in the pocket, you throw. I don't understand it from Garoppolo. Trent Williams has a bad play. And to top it, when you see this guy coming at you, throw the damn ball away. I don't understand that either.
Right there, over 56 head, let it hit the ground. There's a receiver right there anyway.
Throw it away.
Kyle Juszczyk is right there. I'm done. I can't watch no more of this.
It's unfortunate. That was a really poor drive. Now this game's over. Now it's 44-23. This game's over. This is where I don't know if Jimmy should get it there, but I think for Wayne's sake, for our sake, we're gonna call that one there.
I can't watch that anymore because
that's an ugly game. Really ugly game. Garoppolo, some issues. Offensive.
How did it get so ugly?
Had issues.
What did Steve? You know what? I want to know, what did Steve do differently? Steve Spagnuolo. What did he do differently from the first half to the second half? Did he start dialing up more pressure? Did he start putting more 8 in the box? Like, what did he do? Because the 49ers had a rhythm, and then it got knocked out of rhythm very quickly. And Jimmy, I'm telling you, he's just a rhythm guy. And if you can knock him off his rhythm and take away the run game, the 49ers don't stand a chance. Doesn't matter who they play.
I agree. So here happens, right? In the first half, it's a close game. You end up going into the half losing 14 to 13. Well, the second half, you're down 21-13 to start. You're already at negative game script, which means you're probably going to have to pass more to get into it. And that was shown with the way that the game started, right? You saw a lot more passing plays, a lot more quick hitting plays. So what does Steve Spagnuolo do? On certain plays, he's going to dial up pressure because he understands that the 49ers need to run an elongated play because got to get 10 yards, 12 yards. It's 2nd and 9. It's 2nd and 12. It's 3rd and 7. It's 3rd and 8. And so what does Steve Spagnuolo do? We're going to force Jimmy Garoppolo to make a hero play. Has he made hero plays this season? Yeah. Like that throw to Coleman in week 5. He's made some hero plays, but we know that Jimmy Garoppolo likely won't make that on a consistent basis. So we're going to force him to throw that football and take the chance that he likely can't make that play. So you saw a lot more pressure. You saw free rushers come in, and yeah, the offensive line played bad because certain players, Chris Jones killed Mike McGlinchey in this game at times in pass protection. Like Jake Brendel got beat at times. We saw it. You're really seeing how the offensive line got beat, and they can't sustain for elongated plays. This pass protection is good, but I don't know if he can really sustain in pass protection for 5 seconds for Jimmy Garoppolo to make a play. And when they do sustain, can Jimmy Garoppolo make that play? There are too many variables at times in this game, and Steve Spagnuolo called the right buttons. That's why the 49ers lost.
And the fact that you said that there were too many, listen, it's so weird, right? Because it's like, is there enough time? That's the offensive line. Can Jimmy make that throw? Then can they catch the throw? Like they're out of sync. Like, and so for me, if I'm a head coach and I'm trying to develop plays, like do plays that take time to develop, I'm gonna get them in a rhythm. I'm gonna find a way to negate that edgy pass rush, that over aggressive pass rush, and then you gotta dial up the screens. I don't care if people don't want to see them. I'm telling you right now, that 3rd and 20, and that killed. We were down by 5 points. We needed one stop. 3rd and 20, Rohan, was the stop to get the ball back to your quarterback offense. Defense laid an egg, and it was from a screen, a running back screen. Where are running back screens? I don't care if CMC ain't been here. They give it to somebody else. Like somebody, anybody, everybody. Scream. Give it to Debo. Where's Debo's running back screen? Give it to somebody. You can negate the over-aggression by screening. I see that they lining.
That is 100% correct. That is 100% correct. And that's why I'm a little excited about next week. I understand that this loss was terrible.
Me too.
That's why I'm excited about next week, because when you see how Christian McCaffrey operated with a subpar blocking unit and a subpar, I'm not even kidding you, Wayne. Ben McAdoo and that offensive scheme in Carolina is one of the worst offensive schemes I watched in week 4. The scheme is terrible. So
Mm-hmm.
now having Christian McCaffrey being able to operate in the screen game here against defenses that are going to want to pressure, the Rams run 8 in the box consistently against the 49ers. We've seen it with Jimmy Garoppolo. You're going to see more screens this next game. And while they may seem repetitive, like I said at the beginning of the stream when we saw that first Brandon Ayuk screen pass for 8-9 yards, if you were able to get at least 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards on a screen,
Yeah.
would you think of it this way? Are you happy when your offense gets 4 or 5 yards on a run play? Yes, it sets up second and medium, second and short, third and medium, third and short. It's the exact same thing with a screenplay. I view a screen as it's just another run, right? And
Mm-hmm.
because you're essentially putting people in space and making them make a play. So to me,
Agree.
I definitely am excited to see what this offense looks like with Christian McCaffrey operating as the number one back.
And look, we're going to be missing Kyle Juszczyk, but I don't think that's going to hinder the 49ers too much. I think the 49ers have ways of supplementing Kyle. I know he's great. He's all pro. That's tough to replace, but they should be able to supplement it well. They have a plethora of backs. Rohan said expect to see another back. Hey, we might see Tevin Coleman. They might just have more running backs activated for this game and not even go with the fullback. We don't have to go with a fullback. You can still line up a tight end in the backfield, as we're going to do with Ross Dwelly. You'll see. You'll see George Kittle back there too. It's
Yeah.
going to be cool and interesting because I tell you what, Rohan, as we get into as it is today is Rams week, as we get into this, we're going to start seeing Kyle Shanahan start. The team's going to play and come out a lot different against this particular team, and it's just something that they do. It's something that at least we ask for consistency, right? At least we consistently know that Kyle Shanahan and his team will be ready for the Rams. It was only that one time that they lost by 3 points in the NFC Championship, and they were ready in that game. But then factor in all the pieces that they were missing: injured Trent Williams, injured Jimmy Garoppolo, this is that, and they still almost won. So I really, truly, duly think the 49ers will be prepared and they will get right against the Rams. That will be their bounce back game, and then it's rest time, and then after that, all cards on deck.
No, most definitely. Most definitely. I think I agree with you exactly there because the 49ers, this is a bad game. And this proves what the 49ers are right now. Still think that they believe they're better than they are because they currently, right now, are not a good football team. They're 3-3, but they have the potential to be a good football team.
3
They've
and
got to
4.
get it together. Oh, shoot. I tried to make it sound bad, and it's even worse than I said.
Wish
That's
we were
funny.
500. We need to get to 500 this week.
Yeah, you need this win is imperative because you go into the bye week with a win. Coming back, you're facing a Charger team that has been okay this year, not really that good. And this is the good part about the 49ers schedule. As funny as it is, they kind of face the harder part right now because you're going to go into week 8, face the Rams, who are coming off a bye. That might be a tough game, but you got to win at Levi South. Then you go off the bye. You're going to face a Charger team who hasn't had their bye week yet. Their bye week is in week 11. Then you're going to face in the ensuing weeks. It's really like home game, home game, home game, home game. You face the Cardinals in week 11, which is at Mexico City. Then you face the Buccaneers. You face the Dolphins. You face the New Orleans Saints. 3 straight home games. It's a bit of a favorable schedule going forward, but the 49ers need to get it together. They need to start executing a lot better. We highlighted several plays where there was one execution failure that really cost the 49ers on that play. And when these bad plays accumulate, the bad play after bad play after bad play, like we've been mentioning all stream, that's when the 49ers get out of rhythm. And Wayne gave us a great point at the beginning. The 49ers are good when Jimmy Garoppolo is able to operate in a rhythm. But when you get out of rhythm, when things spiral out of control, that's when you see the really, really bad of the 49ers. You need to stay in that rhythm. And to do so, you really need to execute. That's the big thing.
That's it, man. And I know it sounds easy because it's one word and it starts, it's execute. But look, we have the pieces, we have the talent. We're not going to argue with that, right? We're not going to argue that we don't have talent. But if we have talent, they can't execute. I mean, what's the point? And so they have to
Yeah.
go out and execute. And it starts with the quarterback. And I'm going to need Jimmy to just, there was one play that you mentioned. And I know I got to jump off here, but there was one play you said about Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm saying to myself, dude, if he saw the stacked box this way,
Run it the other way. Yeah.
Something, tuna, shit. Just run it that way. Anything.
Did you say tuna?
I don't know. I'm just saying he can't. He has to have some control. Yeah. And if he don't, take it.
You see him run the alert to flip the play. Flip the play.
That's it.
Scan the play, flip the play. That's it.
Flip it. Flip it. Listen, Rohan, thank you so much for having me on, bro. This was amazing. I like doing these with you because I get your expertise and I just get to simply sit there and just overreact and just do me. Like that, I think it's the perfect combination. So
keep up the great work. Guys,
I
know I love it.
1K,
I know the
guys.
fan loves
I don't care what Rohan says. Don't worry about me. We got to get him to 1K. I need y'all to get him 1K. He is 70 away from 1K. Why is he not at 1K? Let's go.
Guys, like Wayne said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. It greatly appreciated. And I love putting out content for all of you guys to watch, for you guys to critique, for you guys to agree, all of that. But the biggest news, be sure to enter the Christian McCaffrey giveaway. That is on Twitter. I'm sending the link again in the description. Be sure to enter it. Get yourselves a chance to win a Christian McCaffrey jersey. So that will be coming out soon. I don't know when I'll announce the winner. It'll either be sometime this week, or if I hit 1,000 soon, it'll be then. We're going to figure it out. But guys, make sure you subscribe to Wayne. Get that new channel up. The link has been up here a couple of times. Be sure to subscribe to Wayne. Get him back up because we're trying to get him to 750 so he can give away some extra fun stuff as well. And if he gets 1,000 by this week, you're seeing some more fun stuff as well. Get that subscriber button up. We're going to see it soon. But we'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate all the love.
Appreciate you guys.
All right.